Hello viewers and welcome to my new video. Today I'm gonna be going through mixing vocals. So if you've watched my other parts from the series about mixing, you would have seen that I so far have mixed bass guitar, and then clean guitars, wah-wah guitars, distorted guitars, and obviously the drums all were taken from the Easy Drummer as well, so you know that sort of I just enhanced them a little bit, and the time has come now for me to mix the vocals in. So as always, I'm gonna be showing you my screen and show you what I'm doing and what plugin chain I've actually got to deal with the vocals in the mix. So hopefully you will be able to get quite a lot from the video. And before I get to it, as always, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, because it really helps me. It really sort of feeds the YouTube algorithm so that it you know, passes more of my videos to other people, so then they can see what I'm doing, you know, and it kind of helps me expand my channel and reach to a wider audience. Okay, so let's get to it, and let's start with the mix. So I'm gonna start sharing my screen with you, and basically what I've got here is my project, which I've already been working on previously when I was mixing the other instruments that I showed you in the previous videos. So this is the song from my upcoming album, and the song is called Self Rediscovery. So I've got everything else mixed, and the time has come to add the vocals in, and I'm just going to you know, reveal the first verse today. I'm not gonna go into anything else because the song soon will be released, probably in a music video format. So I'm just going to you know, save a little bit of a surprise for you all, so you can hear the entire song when it's actually properly released. But let's just focus on the first verse. So before I do anything, my vocals are under bus D. So you can see here I've got a bus D, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go into my plugin chain, and I'm just going to untick everything or deselect everything that I have going on here, and just play you the vocals without anything else on them. So let's just play the tune and see what it sounds like. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role, I want to understand the objective of it all. Please show me a sign and show me where to go, reveal to me the truth I really wanna know. Okay, so this is the vocal in the verse. And basically, first thing that you will notice is that I've actually got two vocal tracks going on at the same time. So I've actually double tracked this vocal. If I was to play to you just a single line, it would sound like this. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. Right, with the double vocals. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role. So basically this is a technique quite widely used actually in music production, where, you know, double vocals are actually recorded and layered on top of each other. So this is nothing new really. I'm just using sort of what the other people, you know, have been doing for probably decades now. And what I've done here as well, just to be mindful, I've actually recorded the two tracks. This is not just a copied track, so I haven't just copied my one vocal performance twice. I've recorded it two tracks individually, so that now I've got a sort of a wider you know, impression when I hear that voice. You know, I'm not going to use it all the time in every track, you know, doubly tracked, but sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. It depends on the song and what I want to actually convey through that. Okay, so that's the first thing that you will notice. Okay, so let's get to my plugin chain. First thing that I've used here is the Kotelnikov compressor. So this is the same compressor as I've used on all the other instruments in my mix. So let's just show you, if I sort of play the track without the compressor first. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. Okay, and then I'm just going to activate this compressor, and you can hear what it's actually doing and how it's actually impacting, and I think it's, you know, smoothing the sound of the vocal, right? So it's dealing with that dynamic range. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role, I want to understand the objective of it all. Please show me a sign and show me where to go, reveal to me the truth I really wanna know. Okay, so I think you can hear that there's a difference in a way that, you know, the sound is more evenly spread, and I think this is one of the things when you record the vocal, and actually you can tell from this waveform here that it's very tricky to be able to sync or, you know, do the vocal expression with the same amount of energy, with the same amount of volume, you know, consistently. It's not as easy to control, so the compressor comes in very handy, you know, to smooth out that sort of delivery of the vocal, right? Okay, so the next item I've got here that I've used is called Nectar Elements, and I'm just going to demonstrate what it actually does. This is actually something that I've got from, you know, when I was purchasing this software, you know, my DAW. At that time I actually got a package of plugins from Isotope Ozone, which was extremely handy for me, because actually this Nectar Element, you know, plugin is very easy to use for the vocals, and it's basically just something that really you know, enhances your mix straight away. So I actually have this already set up, so you can see my settings. There's already a little bit of an EQ going on. I've actually just chosen one of the presets, so I've got a bit of a de-esser going on, a bit of a noise gate, you know, the preamp loudness level, you know, and this is actually the Motown, what's known as a Motown preset here. So let me just and by the way, I'm not using an auto tuner, right? I know this is used in a lot of records these days, you know, a lot of professionally, commercially released records, but there is absolutely no you know, pitch correction. You can see there's a pitch correction function here. It's actually switched off. I'm not actually using an auto tuner on this record at all. So let me play this without the Nectar Elements and then with. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. Okay, I'm going to engage isotope Nectar Elements and let's see what it sounds like with it. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role. So if I just solo these two tracks, just so you can hear it a bit better. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role. Okay, so that deals with, you know, that just adds that a little bit of a touch of professionalism really to the overall sound. Next thing I've got here is an EQ. So just have a look at my EQ, what I've actually done here. I've got a, you know, the high pass filter here at 90 hertz, because it's effectively, you know, your voice doesn't even sort of go into that kind of range, so you just can easily, you know, cut that out. I've got some cuts done at 150 hertz, and I've got another cut at 500 hertz just to get rid of sort of the unwanted frequencies, and then I've got some boosts at 2000, and I've got a next boost at 7500 hertz, and then finally I've got a high shelf which basically starts from 10,000 hertz. It sort of goes up just to emphasize those, you know, higher frequencies where that sort of air where the vocal actually sort of lives, and you want to have some of that air present in your mix. So let's compare it again, before and after. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role, I want to understand the objective of it all. So actually you can hear quite a lot of difference between before and after on the actual EQ. Let's do this again. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role, I want to understand the objective of it all. Right? And so let's just go back to the full mix again. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role. So there you go. The next thing that I've used basically is a mastering reverb set to a preset called spatial widening. It's exactly the same preset that I've used for all the other instruments, so for the bass guitar and the electric guitar, so that I maintain that consistency in my mix, and you know, everything's sort of under the same reverb. So let's listen to it without it. 1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role, I want to understand the objective of it. So really what it really is, it's not a lot of reverb, but just adds a little bit of it so that, you know, presence of the vocal is enhanced really. So let's just show you what it sounds like if I solo this. So without it,
1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed,
with it.
thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role, I want to understand the objective of it all.
So you get the idea, you know, that's really what it is. It's basically just adding just a little bit of more presence, you know, in that vocal really. And the last thing that I've used is the Outlaw CM, which is basically a gain rider. So this is basically what this is actually doing is it's making sure, again, it's sort of similar to the compressor, but effectively it just evens out. It's like automation, but it's done through that plugin, so effectively you don't have to sort of mess around with a lot of, you know, automation within your tracks, and this would sort of smooth it out even further. All right, so let's just have a listen to it again in a solo mode.
1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role, I want to understand the objective of it all. Please show me a sign and show me where to go, reveal to me the truth, I really wanna know.
So basically this just smooths out, evens out all the, you know, places where the volume might go, you know, too high or too low. You know, it's kind of tries to keep the gain consistent really. So let's just listen to it in the mix now.
1,000 images going through my head, so many memories when I'm sitting on my bed, thinking back to those days I left behind, trying to make sense of what is truly mine. I wanna know my purpose, I wanna know my role, I want to understand the objective of it all. Please show me a sign and show me where to go, reveal to me the truth, I really wanna know.
So this is it. This is what I've done to my vocal, and I'm just basically going to replicate the same approach for all the other songs before they get released. And the next stage after I've done all this will be to master the tracks, get them ready for professional release. And for today, that's it from me. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.